Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time, I'd rather not talk about last time, so let's get back out here and keep doing what we're doing. Got a presentation here. It's a practice day, so what do we got? 12-6 control, cut control, 12-6 break. I might go for cut control if I don't see anything else that excites me. It's going to take a while to get our captain perk tree up to the point where we're starting to get actual useful perks out of it. So it's going to be incumbent on us to improve in things that'll actually improve our game for a little while. I think I will go ahead and do the stupid mini games to get my control up, just to get my control up. You know, I want to get those pitches to a point where I can actually rely on them. So, I mean, not that I can't rely on some of these guys, but you know what I mean. It's just the better they are, the better I'm gonna feel. So let's get it. Oh, Jason, the red practice sweats, not cool. Well, now you can sling those two pitches with even greater control, which is awesome.
A pitcher is encouraged.
Oh, what the heck? We'll do this too. I'll come back to you once I'm actually done with it myself. Well, not an ideal performance, but hey, we got some stat ups and a bunch of stuff, so that's not too bad. All right, let's keep going out here. Should be a clubhouse day, so we can make friends with somebody. Let's make bros with Rafael Devers. Why not? It's been a great stretch, but let's take it day by day. Gonna put us into bro territory with Rafael Devers and start us down the path of being team captain. We've maxed out every other tree. We need to just make it to the top of this one, and we will be a well-rounded ball player. But until then, first we got to go out here against the Pittsburgh Pirates in Chase Field. Now, Jason has faced off against the Pirates a grand total of 5 times before. He has a 2-1 record against them, a 2.01 ERA, and a 161 WOBA. So good numbers against these guys. Maybe not the best win-loss record. Anytime you're winning more than you're losing is great, but it's not going to mean anything unless we get out here and get it.
Here in Phoenix, the roof is closed and the AC is pumping. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Stay tuned for Diamondbacks baseball next. Jason Parham, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick. This is a real good pitcher.
Right fielder.
Stepping into the box, Julian Cortez. And we are ready for some...
All right, right off the bat, we got ourselves a challenge here. So I think without giving up...
One time right here.
Without giving up a run and 1 strikeout is about the right thing to do. So let's get out here. First pitch here against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we are underway.
First offering on its way. Fastball on the first pitch,
Rather
and it's taken
gift
for
pitch on the outside corner, but nonetheless, that's strike 1.
They begin play. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is playing well right now, and they got their ace on the mound. This guy has unbelievable stuff. And I can't underestimate the fact that this is a
Curveball below the zone for ball
we are
one.
creatures of havoc. Guys are used to playing 7 o'clock.
Jason and the D-backs wearing their 2000s, excuse me, just about bit my tongue there. Wearing their 2007 throwback uniforms.
Right at that time, I hope these guys got out of bed and got a few cups of coffee in.
That's a grounder over to second. Sammy Castillo's got it. That'll be the first out of the inning.
A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, without question right here. This lineup's been struggling. Some bad approaches at the plate from top to bottom. They need the first 2 guys in the order to ignite this offense if they're going to have a chance of breaking out of this malaise.
Here's Max Moroff standing in. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
All right, Max Moroff up to the plate. 1 for 9 with 3 strikeouts against Jason up to this point.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Let's maybe not throw him another curveball changeup straight down the pipe there, shall we? Another curve. Jason is not Joey Lucchese.
Moroff, a native Floridian. He was a 16th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Swinging
fouled off low, so he was early on the, or late on that one, excuse me. Call from Cam Gallagher is up and away fastball.
The next 0-2.
We're going to give it to him.
Gets him looking.
Strike recalled. Have a seat and get comfortable.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strike out there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
Up next for the Buccos, Horace Simone. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Twitches up, 2-seamer down and away, and that's strike 1.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
D-Row, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
Swing and
uh-oh.
to right. There it goes.
Well, that one's gone into the visitors' bullpen, and just like that, it's 1-0. Pirates on top.
A solo shot here to straightaway right field.
Well, Jason was cruising, and then he kind of hit a speed bump.
And the Pirates are staked
it's a speed bump named Horace Simone. It's 1-0 Pirates.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
Standing in, Aaron Judge. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one.
Well, pull your pants up, Jason. Let's try it again. That's one you can't worry too much about. That was a low fastball, bottom of the zone. That's about as good as Jason could have thrown it.
Come on now, big dog.
Here comes the first pitch.
He just connected with it.
First pitch fastball.
Fastball over the inside corner, maybe a little bit friendly, but nonetheless, Jason already speeding up. He's at 96 now.
Now here's the pitch.
Pulls the sword on the fastball well inside, and that's ball 1.
Balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in.
Try change up now.
Player, you got to build that rapport with the umpire.
Fly ball, right center field. Looks like Carlos Castro's got it, and that'll end the inning.
Play, and that will end the inning. So just the one hit in the inning, but it's a home run that pushes him out in front. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Pirates on top, 1-0.
Well, Jason in a hole to start the game. That's never where you want to be, but nevertheless, that's where they find themselves after 1. Let's get out here against Jason's old buddy, Colin Moran.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Change it just off the inside corner for ball 1.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
And I believe they'll say he broke
goes around on that one below the zone at 97.
Hey, nobody away.
1-1.
Try a slider down and in.
Lifted the other way down the left field
That's
line.
fouled off. He was early on that, or late on that one, so let's try this one on strike 2. Cutter up and in to Colin Moran.
Stung into the gap in right
Zaps that one into the gap in right center field.
He takes the turn and heads for second.
Cut it, but hold.
Well, that is going to be a lead-off double here in the second, so
Everyone knows
already things are not looking so good for Jason today.
So far this year, but you never know by that swing.
I mean, he's had just an incredible first 2 months of the season. I guess it's only fair that the wheels come off the cart at some point. Obviously, we're going to do our best to prevent that, but
The first baseman, Jose.
Next will be
here comes Jose Osuna.
as he rips it on the ground.
That is going to be through the gap into right field.
And they'll put the brakes on
That'll be
that
a
first.
second
Runners
consecutive
into the
hit,
corners
and that's
with
runners
nobody
on the
out.
corners now with nobody away.
Right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
Reggie Larson now on the plate.
The center fielder, Reggie.
Stepping in now, Reggie Larson. He swings and grounds
That's
it to
grounded up the
short.
middle, flip to
Reined in.
first, flip to second. It's going to be a fielder's choice, but an RBI nonetheless.
It's a fielder's choice and an RBI.
But
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning two.
Colin Moran
on the
is now
high chopper.
in, and that'll be a
They only get
2-0
one, and that allows the
Pittsburgh
runner from third to
lead
score.
here in the second. Not nearly as
Taking in now,
imposing as the one that the Dodgers rung up last time out, but still not where you want to be.
Vasquez.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. 0-1 the count.
Fastball down in the zone.
Hey, keep swinging that hot bat, kid.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball.
Taking a
called for
low
strike 2.
fastball for strike 2.
Larson, base runner at first with 1 out. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Okay, that's 0-2 count here. Give him a slider down and away. Doesn't swing on one well off the plate, and that's ball
He's gonna have to make
1.
adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the
Well, he's
out bat.
safe there,
And
so
it's not in time as
Reggie
he's in
Larson
well
gets himself
ahead of
a
the
stolen
throw.
base
We
on the
all
day.
know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents.
That looked like a
Stolen
pretty
bases
good
are
throw
a
and
good way of
catch. It's
doing
just
that, so we'll see if it pays
not
off on the
quite in
scoreboard for him
time.
right now.
Stay hot. Here we go, kid.
Change up.
High in the air out to
Skied
center
off,
field.
center
Alfred's under
field.
it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
They'll bring up
In now,
Patrick Corbin here.
And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Has a look, now the pitch. A cold strike
Throws him on a
to the
hung
35-year-old
curveball, and that's
veteran.
strike
0-1.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there.
Fly ball, shallow right field. Harper's under it, and that'll end
Is
the
there, and
inning.
he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of the second. Pittsburgh leads this one 2-0. At the plate,
Well, Jason's still not up to bat here, so Pittsburgh's still up 2-0 in third inning.
A win. They want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Chops the fastball down, and that's strike one.
Hey, we got no one.
Give him a cutter up and in.
Taken, but that catches
Pulls the trigger on that one, but it's still ball. That's still strike two.
Come on, big guy. One time. Here we go.
Change up off the plate, kind of a waste pitch there,
I
but
love a well-executed
ball one.
changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot.
Chops that over to shortstop.
You could have some problems.
Flips that over to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Here comes Max Moroff again.
Max Moroff, 0-1 after he took a look at strike three in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many
Swing and miss on the
strikeouts,
changeup
but no one likes to go
down the way, and that's
Expect
strike
him
one.
to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Pops that one up behind first base. Castilla's got it. That'll be the second out of the inning, so Jason working quickly through the third. And here comes Horace Simone.
He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a
That one's lined out into right field, so he's 2 for 2 on the day.
They pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
So that's a pair of hits for him now this afternoon as he lines that one sharply into right. And you can see where he ranks on the Pirates team leaderboard. Currently tops on the ball club in that category.
Comes Aaron Judge, not where you want to see.
So far, 0-1 with a flyer.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB.
Let's go ahead and
Just
record an
missed it.
out with a
With
pitch
this guy's
thrown
big
away.
Power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Clubs that one up in the zone, and that's strike one.
And it's a foul ball.
Well, that was a big two-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters.
No, that's a. That looked good, but unfortunately, that is going to be another stolen base off of Jason here.
He's got good pop at the plate.
Good,
He's not afraid to use his wheels on the bases either.
To your point, Dan, he did
Yeah, that's a good call too.
Now the stolen base here, so he's really
Good throw down, good, and a good snag at second, but unfortunately, that was just a changeup instead of a fastball.
Close there,
Curveball
but he doesn't
off
get
the
the
plate.
ball with the breaking ball.
That is ball two.
The 2-1 home. Swinging a soft liner.
That one is very off the very end of the bat, and that'll end the inning.
Saves an error as the side is retired. One hit, one left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Bucks out in front, 2-0. Leading off the inning, Jason Parham, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one.
All right, Jason leading off the third here. Hitting .333 on the season, unbelievably. Slider down, though.
Nobody out here, nobody.
If you patient, get your pitch, huh?
Ball one as he lays off below the zone. Very high, 2-1.
Let her rip right here.
And he missed again, high and away this time, 3-1.
Yeah, come at me, bro. I'm just a lowly pitcher. Nothing to be afraid of.
A swing and a ground ball to third.
That, though, is going to be grounded over to third, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Oh, well.
So with one away, it's time to check out the National League Central Division standings.
Yeah, Pittsburgh hanging in there in the NL Central.
Play here today.
D-backs are very much ahead in the NL West race, though, so even a couple hiccups like Jason is having or had,
Into the box now.
not going to hurt too bad. Still 2-0 here, top 4.
Calling Moran.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Come on now, here we go. Get your pitch. Right
He's
here.
a curveball to the outside corner.
Hot shot down
Swats
the line.
that one, and he was late
This'll
on
get
it.
Foul for strike 2.
Cutter up and in.
And it's fouled away.
Fouled off, so he stays alive 0-2.
Hey, no one down here.
The
Here's a
next
two-seamer
0-2
in the same spot.
is
Swing and a miss at
missed. He got
98.
1 strikes.
No chance on that one. Have a seat and get comfortable.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Into the box, Jose Osuna. Hard on the
That's
ground
grounded over to
to
short.
his right.
Jack
Right number.
Reinheimer's got it.
And there's out number
They'll
2.
be out number 2 here. So it's not that Jason's not executing today. It's just that, unfortunately, he's had 1 home run.
Number 35. Reggie.
First pitch
And
of
the
at-bat.
unlucky,
A ball and no
the bad
strikes.
luck to have a couple of hits sequenced at the right time.
That are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
A 2-0 count to the
Two-seamer
center
below the zone
fielder.
gets taken for ball 2. Try a changeup now.
Think he would've
Right on
liked
the
a
black.
green light there.
That's
It's
strike 1.
2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the
Try a
zone.
changeup
That's
next.
going to be a tough pitch to
Swing and a
handle.
miss. That's
Changeup
strike
gets
2.
him out in front for strike 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective.
Go on, go
when
to,
you're
go to,
throwing a
go to,
fastball
go to.
in the high 90s.
Fly ball,
Alfred's
right
in
center
pursuit.
field, and he can't make that one. That's a ground rule double for Reggie Larson.
Over the wall for a ground
Diving
rule
catch
double.
from Carlos
Man, this
Castro
guy
out
is
there
a
in
blur
center.
on the base paths, Danny.
He was really
But he
motoring
can't
around
make
the
contact
bases.
with that
I
one, and
think
that
he
will
had
bounce
every
into the
intention
patio.
of stretching that one into a triple. He definitely has the wheels, but the ball bouncing over for an automatic double put an end to any of those kind of thoughts.
Hit hard to the right. Foul.
Late on that fastball.
Oh and 1, here it comes. Hit on the ground out.
Right here, right here.
To his
And that's
right.
just a grounder over to short. And that'll be the end of the inning.
And the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local station.
Come on now, get him.
Stepping in, Patrick Corbin.
Leading
Flied
off
out
the
in his
pitcher.
first at-bat,
The
so make
pitcher,
him 0 for 1
Patrick
so far.
Corbin.
Hey, no outs here.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good rip
Still
on.
nothing for the D-backs after 4. Patrick
First
Corbin's
pitch
still
on
out
its
here.
way. In there, strike
Two-seamer
1.
over the outside corner, and that's ball 1 or strike
right
1.
there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make
I think
for
I
a
might
long
have just
day
said
for the
outside
offense
corner there.
unless
I'm
they're
not
willing
sure.
to
It's
bend their
early
legs
yet.
and get
I'm
down
still
and
kind
create
of waking
something
up.
different. Launch angle. He's on point right now.
Strike batter out with a pitch outside the zone. I guess we'll go with that. I'm feeling nasty. Curveball below the zone.
Got him.
Swing and a miss. Thanks for playing. Get off my plate.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Julian Cortez again.
Number 12. Julian Cortez.
In now, Julian Cortez.
1-1.
That's right up the middle. Second baseman Sammy Castile's got it. And that is going to be an infield single. He cannot beat out
Hey, that's great
the
hustle
runner.
right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a
The second
quick out.
baseman.
It just wasn't meant to be.
Standing in now,
Chops
Max
the
Moroff.
curveball to the outside
No
corner,
hits
and
to
that's
this
strike
point.
one.
Come on, baby, get your pitch up there.
Ooh, he's with that one.
I'll find it.
Sawed him off.
Throw just in
That'll be
time.
an out.
They get him by an eyelash.
And you know, guys, if this bat doesn't break, it's probably a double play ball, but that just wasn't happening here. Good job to make sure of one, though.
It's been a while since Jason busted some lumber, but nonetheless, that is still an out here. That's two away in the top of the fifth.
Horace
Into the box now, Horace Simone.
Curveball outside corner, and that's strike one.
Outside part of the plate for strike one.
Hey, up, drive it the other way.
Cortez at second with two down.
Chops the two-seamer or the changeup down and away, and that's ball or strike two. Curveball below the zone, and that's still strike two. Remains alive after the foul ball.
Gotta get us out of this. Let's go.
Cutter up and in. That is
Lifted
not
down
up
the
and
line
in. That
left.
is fouled off.
But this will land untouched.
Calls for curveball outside the zone. I don't usually like these, but I'm going to go ahead and give him one.
The next 0-2 misses,
Okay.
and that'll
I mean,
move it to 1-2
you wanted it.
now.
I gave it to you.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the
Fastball
corner.
up
That's
in the
tough to do
zone.
for
No
most
swing
guys.
on one that was judged just above the zone.
Now a spin and a throwback to
I
second.
didn't like the pitch,
and the runner back
pitch
in
call on that
standing.
count.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Going to give him a
2-2
two-seamer
count.
up and
Here
in.
it goes.
And he's locked up on that one. Strike three called.
And the inning is
Change the
over.
channel, sir.
One left for Pittsburgh, but they're on top.
Well, in the inning. But D-backs still down 2-0 going into the bottom of the fifth. They're going to let Jason continue to pitch here. We did get a run across here, so we cut the lead to one.
With the first pitch, here it comes. And looked inside.
Well,
but
turnabout's
that's
fair
ruled a
play, I
strike.
suppose.
Nothing in
That's
one.
a fastball low and in for a strike.
As we head into the middle innings of this one, and one of the big factors.
Ooh, and that one just straight down the pipe, and I could not swing at it.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Slider slips
Did a good job
inside,
to
and
shorten
Jason
up and
fouls it
protect
off
the
to stay
plate,
alive.
And he'll have another shot at it here.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there.
Two-seamer down
He can go a
for
little
ball
bit.
two.
If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
And they're working the
Two-seamer
outer
off
half
the
but
plate
that
here.
one's wide.
Jason's staying alive here.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Rounded softly down the line toward first.
That
And
apparently was a
stepped
fair
on the bag
ball.
himself, and the inning is
Right down the
over.
line, Jason
But
could
the
not get
damage
to the
is
plate,
done as
and
thanks
that,
to the solo home
or to the
run,
base,
this is
excuse
now
me,
a
and that will
1-1
end the
game.
inning.
We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Pirates 2 and the D-backs 1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
Ground ball last time up.
Judge.
First pitch of the at-bat. He'll start him with a break.
Curveball just below the zone, just off the black for ball one.
Hey, let her fly right here.
And he comes
Takes the
back with one in
two-seamer,
there for a
pretty
high
much
strike.
center cut, no swing on it for strike one.
For 2-1.
Two-seamer, bottom outside corner and no swing. Got a rally cat jumping around over here.
Come on, guy, get your pitch up there. Hey, nobody out.
Try a slider like it's called for.
Line towards
Line
center
shot,
field.
center field, sliding catch from Castro out there in center, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Or excuse me, that's Anthony Alford. I've been calling him wrong all day.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Up next to the Pirates.
Stepping in now, Colin Moran.
Moran.
And he'll promptly send it
Pop
in the
fly,
air out
center
to
field. Alford's
field.
out there.
Alford is underneath this one. And
That'll
he's
be
got
the
it
second
for
out of the
number
inning.
2.
Jose
Ready
Osuna
now,
out
Jose
here.
Osuna. He's working on
Now
a 1 for 2 game so far.
Jose.
Jason's
Here's the
rallied
first
somewhat
pitch to
out
him.
here.
Off the outside.
Slider
that
to the
time,
outside
breaking
corner
ball
is
can't
for a
catch
ball.
the zone. And he
Again,
won't bite at that one either. It's
curveball off
2-0.
the plate for ball 2.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside
98
corner and
above the
adjust.
zone here. Straight
3-0
ball
to him now.
3, but
Looking to
There's the
fade his
change
first
up
walk.
now.
Here it comes. And this is taken low.
And that's gonna be taken for a ball.
Two-out base runner here after all.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to
I don't
tempt
like
fate
it,
out
but
there.
it is what it is.
The center
Digging
fielder,
in and
number
looking for
35.
more, Reggie Larson. Man at first.
That's
and
called for a
two-out
strike.
walk. No
Change
balls
up
and
or
a strike
curveball
to
inside
count.
corner.
Osuna, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Gonna go a little bit inside with this cutter. Swing and a miss.
To cut fastball by him that time.
Self-defense on that one.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never
Gonna
want
try to
get
record
there.
a ground
Let's
out
see
here.
the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe
Get your pitch
choke
up
up
there.
and
Let's
try
go,
and
baby.
work the ball back up the middle the
Try
other
to
way.
pick him off there.
Forget about him.
Not really. Not serious about it, but we'll try. Now we'll try a change up down and away
Hey, let her rip up
with some
there. Let's go.
showtime on it, just to make sure it goes where I want it. Swing and a miss.
And that ends the
That's
inning.
strikeout number 5 on the day for Jason, and that'll
So
end
no runs,
the inning.
No base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Pirates lead it 2-1. Ready for another shot.
Comes
now.
Reggie Vasquez again. Jason being left out here into the 7th. Still only 2-1 here.
Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings.
Fouls
We're
off
seeing some
the
great
fastball
plays
up
on
in the
defense.
zone for
This has been
strike
a
1.
snappy one up to this point.
Into the windup. Here comes
Got a
the
change up
0-1.
now, down and in. Oh, that is right past Jason. I'm not sure how that didn't nail him.
So maybe some insurance here
That'll be
to
a
lead off
base
the 7th.
hit here for Reggie Vasquez late in the game.
7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of his.
And that
he
is gonna
didn't
do
come
it
out
for
of what he was
Jason. So
trying
he
to
only
do all
pitches
day,
for
Dan.
6
Kept the front
complete.
shoulder tough,
Faces
kept the ice water in his
26
veins, and didn't try and get too
in the
big.
game, but
Extends the
allows a
hitting
bunch of
streak. Nice
hits.
job.
You know,
So
Dero, I talked to him before the game
not
about
quite the
streak, and he
disaster it
said
was
the
last
toughest part
time,
is
but
he hopes to get hits
nothing to
early
be
in the game
particularly
take the
proud
pressure
of for
off.
Jason,
He
not
had to
these
wait till the
days.
7th inning in this one to come through.
Gives a salute to the fans for what it's worth, but that'll be his day complete.
So
They bring on David Pugh to relieve it for him to keep that man off home plate. So we'll see if the D-backs can rally late in this one. Gonna be up to them now. Survey says.
Well, everyone was treated to a really
Well, it's a surprisingly nondescript game from Jason today. He went for 6 innings, allowed 2 runs on 7 hits, including a Horace Simone home run. Collected 5 strikeouts and allowed 1 walk, and got a no decision on a game that the D-backs ultimately won. He remains at 9-2 on the year, and he remains at 88-44 in his career. His ERA has gone to 1.61, his FIP is at 1.37, and his xFIP is at 2.49. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.
I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the